morning, guys. Logan, also with Triton Fitness again. Today is Friday, which means we're hitting legs today. Once over to the board, this will be what we've got. First, we'll have fire hydrants. Second, sumo squats. Third, back lunges. 4 is glute bridge march, and 5 is single leg deadlift. I'll show you guys all these in a second. Remember, you can change this workout up however you want. If you have other exercises you want to throw in with it, or you want to change it out completely, that's fine. Just remember, keep working on your legs. Don't want to forget them. Don't want to ignore them. They're very important. First one, we got our fire hydrants. Starting just on our hands and knees. We're going to be lifting our leg out to the side. Just bringing it up and down. Just like this. We'll be doing 1.5 minutes on one side. And we'll be switching and doing 1.5 minutes on the other side. Next, we've got sumo squats. Just like a normal squat, instead of being at shoulder width, you're going to go out a little bit wider. Instead of having your toes pointed forward, we're going to point them just a little bit out to the side. And we're just going to come all the way down till our quads are parallel with the ground like always. Then we're just going to stand right up. The difference with these and regular squats is it works your adductors a little bit more, so it'll work the inside of your leg just a little bit more than it will when you're doing regular conventional squats. Next, we've got back lunges. Pretty simple, just standing. You're gonna step back and come down till your knee is about to touch the ground. You don't want it to actually touch, and you want this leg to be 90 degrees. So again, quad flat parallel with the ground, and you don't want to be leaned forward on top of your knee. Keep your chest up. You'll stand up, and we're going to be alternating today. So we're just going to be going back and forth like this. Next, we have glute bridge march. So going back to the ground, laying down. You can keep your arms down in front of the side if you need extra support, or you can just have them right up here. You're going to be pressing up, squeezing those glutes. Then what we're doing is you're sticking one leg straight out, and you're just going to be alternating for the whole 3 minutes. Lastly, we've got single leg deadlift. All that one looks like is you're going to be standing on one leg, kicking this leg back, leaning forward, bring your arms straight down. Once they touch the ground, come right back up. We're going to be doing 1.5 minutes on one leg, and then we'll do 1.5 minutes on the other leg. If you need to, you can always, just move that real quick. You can always slide one leg back rather than standing, lifting it up in the air. So just sliding it back like that if you don't have as much balance. Or you can always change the depth and grab like a chair or a couch and just kind of lean forward until you touch it. This exercise will really be stretching out that hamstring and working those glutes a little bit. So we're going to get started with a warm-up real quick. Just going to do some open the gates. We're just bringing our knee up and swinging it out to the side, alternating legs. All right, now we're going to do close the gate, same thing in reverse. We'll bring our knee out to the side and swinging it towards the center. Alright, next we're just going to do some air squats. Just coming all the way down flat. Now we're going to do some lateral lunges. Step out to the side. One more. Alright guys, make sure you've got water with you. We're going to get started in a few seconds.
It's like Abu Elias is watching you.
Hi Abu.
Got Brian on there.
First one, we got our fire hydrants. What'd you say, Dad?
Brian's watching.
3,
Hey Brian.
2, 1, go.
Remember, we're just starting slow. So it's just nice and easy. Eventually it'll start to burn.
Are there any keys for them while they're doing this?
This one, not so much, is just focus on bringing that leg up as high as it'll go, which is about parallel with the ground. Try your best not to shift all the way over to one side in order to adjust for that weight of your leg. Just stay as centered as you can right in front of you. 45 more seconds on this side. Halfway done.
And they should have a flat back, right? No.
Yeah, you don't want to be arching your back or you don't want to be rounding your back or arching it. Just keeping it as flat, almost like a tabletop. Alright, and switch sides.
So then I see you change hand positions.
That's just for my wrists, because after a while of keeping your hands like this, you start to just wear on the wrists, especially like doing when you're in prone a lot like this, in a plank, in that high plank position. Just makes it a little easier. There's less stress on your wrists when they're almost like a fist. It's a little bit harder if you're not used to weight on top of your knuckles like this. Eventually you just get used to it. I'm just trying not to kill my wrists too much after Wednesdays, because they were feeling it on Wednesday. 20 more seconds.
Three, two, one, rest.
Alright. Turn this sideways so it's a little easier for the next one. Next we've got sumo squats. Make sure when you're doing these, you have a nice wide stance. You don't need to come out super far or anything like that. You don't want to be really close in.
3,
If you're at shoulder width, just take about
1, go.
half a step to a full step out. Point those toes away from you. And the idea is you want to drive your knees towards your toes wherever they're pointed. You don't want to be driving your knees in forward like that. You always want to keep your knees in line with your toes. And you're squatting down and coming right back up.
Is there a way to add weight to it?
Yeah, you can grab weights or something and hold it. Yes, I know, Mother. It's about a minute. We've got 2 more.
The Dowdies are watching.
Hi, Millie. Hi, Eli. Hi, Aiden. Millie, you better be doing your exercises when Jake teaches, not just when I'm teaching. Whew, minute and a half.
Oh, your crew says hi, Logan.
Got about 45 more seconds. More seconds.
Three, two, one, rest.
Turn this back. Next, we've got back lunges. I'm gonna catch my breath real quick.
Three, two, one, go.
So since they're doing this for 3 minutes, they're going to want to find a pace
Yeah.
that they can sustain.
Either keep one solid pace or do like 10, shake your legs out, and keep going. You can always break anything we do down to sets and reps. Whatever works best for you, fits your goals better. You can always just burn them out also and do as many as you can. As long as you're focusing on form over your rep count, that's all that really matters. You want to do as many of them right as you can instead of as many of them wrong.
Okay. Diggs just joined us from Nashville.
Hey, Diggs. Got about a minute and a half. One more minute.
Feeling that burn?
Yeah. We got 40 seconds. That's all.
Three, two, one, rest.
Alright, next up, we got glute bridge march. Still got about 10 seconds before we need to start.
Three, two, one, go.
Remember, you're just laying on your back, driving those hips up, holding it here. If you need, you can put your arms down on your side to help hold yourself up. Make sure you're squeezing your glutes and your core, and you just march. One leg up at a time. Remember, you don't need to rush. You can take your time with it. We're going to be doing this for the whole time. Really keep those glutes engaged. Squeeze them up at the top. Still got about a minute and a half. Almost there.
Guess this is one way to get buns of steel.
That's one way. It's not the most enjoyable. That's for sure. Still got about a minute, if not 50 to 40 seconds. Thirty more seconds. some water. We got one last thing.
Three, two, one, go.
So we've got single leg deadlifts. Remember, if you're someone who struggles with balance, two options for you are, instead of keeping that leg off the ground and going forward, you can keep your leg planted and slide back until you start to feel that stretch in your hamstring and your calf. Come back up. Once your hands reach about the middle of your shins, that's usually the good point to lift back up. And you can either alternate or just do one leg for a full amount of time. And if you need, another one is you can find an elevated surface and just fall onto it and push off with your hands if you need to, just like that. For the last 2 minutes though, I'm just gonna knock him out.
Of course, we're keeping it back nice and flat.
Yep, just like always. You never want to roll your back or arch it.
Yep.
That's how you can hurt something, pull something.
And you're not locking your knee out either.
Nope. You can keep it as straight as you want, but you don't need to lock it out. It's okay if there's a little bit of bend. Not everyone's hamstrings are that flexible that you can keep it locked out and go completely flat. Just about building that strength and flexibility in your hamstrings. Something I'm still working on slowly.
I think we all are.
Alright, it's been about a minute. Last minute. Thirty more seconds.
I smell biscuits, Logan.
So do I. Almost done.
3, 2, 1, done.
How you feeling?
Sore. I feel good. That's just a little burnt out. Alright, we're just gonna sit down, catch your breath. Alright, first one, we're just gonna butterfly stretch. Bring those feet together, close to you. Drive those knees down towards the floor. If you can grab your ankles and push down with your elbows on your knees to kind of just a little bit extra if you can't push down on your own. I'm just want to hold it there for about 30 seconds or so. Relax.
Of course, we can find these workouts again later on Facebook and YouTube.
Yep, on Facebook, YouTube, and some of them are on Instagram as well.
Yep, this one will be on the story for the better part of the day.
All right. Now we're going to keep legs together. You want to really push those legs down so they're flat point those toes towards you. You're gonna suck your stomach in just a little bit and fall forward, keeping that chest up. And then once you reach the point where you can't lean forward anymore, you just start to round your back and hold it there. Breathing in. If you want, every 10 seconds, when you breathe in, lean a little bit more forward. Really try and stretch those hamstrings out. Help improve that flexibility. Relax. Alright, next one, we're just gonna, one leg out in front of us, other one bent, we're gonna stretch out our quads. I'm just gonna lean back. If you need to, you can just sit right up here. If you need a little bit more stretch, just lay back. Trying to keep that leg flat to the ground the whole time. Relax. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side, and that'll be it for today. Just lean as far back as you can go. And just slowly, if you need to, slowly walk yourself a little bit further back. Everyone have a great weekend. Make sure you're challenging yourself with this, doing whatever you can throughout the week to stay healthy. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Monday is going to be Jake. I'll be on Tuesday, just so everyone knows. All right, have a great one.